Hi friends, welcome to class. For today's class, we will be focusing on Yin Yoga for a good night's rest. Please go ahead and prepare a blanket or a towel, a bolster, and don't worry if you don't have a bolster. You can use your pillows from either your bed or your sofa, and a pair of yoga blocks are always going to be handy. Of course, they're not required, but if you do have them, bring them along for the journey. For today's practice, we are going to start off in an embryo pose. So go ahead and you could do this practice on your bed, on your floor, anywhere you choose, and you can always revisit this class every time you need a good night's rest. So go ahead and rest your forehead onto the earth. Let your arms hang heavy. And tune into the natural rhythm of your breath. Let your belly hang down. Let your shoulders soften. Take these moments to slow down the current flow of energy in your physicality. Allow your breath to ground you into this present moment. Try to breathe into your back. Visualize breathing into the back lungs, sending your breath to fill up the back rib cage. Creating this 3D quality in your inhales and in your exhales. Know that this is your practice to modify as you choose. Go ahead and slowly make your way up. Roll up one vertebrae at a time. Head will be last. Take a deep inhale through your nose. And lion's breath out through the mouth. Go ahead and make your way into a seated position. Extend your legs out in front of you. Now this is where a blanket is going to come in handy. So go ahead and roll up that blanket. And you're going to rest this blanket underneath your knees. Take your bolster or pillows. And we're going to come into a modified Paschimottanasana, forward fold. It's always good to have your legs bent in your forward fold. So take an inhale to lengthen up through the spine. And as you exhale, fold over your legs. Feel that flexion of the spine. And in Yin Yoga, principle is to explore our edges. We don't want to go past our edge. This practice is an ego check. It's about tuning in to your body, coming into an introverted place. Relax your neck and relax your shoulders. And relax the jawline, which tends to get stressed throughout our days. One last breath here. When you're ready, and take your time, just roll up the spine one vertebrae at a time. Gently blink your eyes open. And just move the bolster off to the side. Create 90-degree angles with your legs and just simply bring your shins to touch the earth, creating this nice counter pose to that forward fold, that Paschimottanasana. And go ahead and find a Supta Baddha Konasana. Heels are pressing in towards each other. And if this is too much for your knees, you can always slide your yoga blocks underneath your knees to give you that nice cushioning. Or if this is too much, you could always elevate your pelvis by sitting on the blanket. Or you could always rest with a bolster onto your forehead into this Supta Baddha Konasana, this butterfly pose. And another option here is to elevate your feet on a yoga block and fold over. Again, explore your edges. Don't go into an area that feels overwhelming. Just find a place of calm and relaxation. Our hips are believed to store our emotional tension. And it's always great to spend some time opening our hips and releasing them. Our lifestyles, our modern lifestyles, involve sitting over a computer or over our smartphones. It's really great to provide a release to our hips. And of course, adjust yourself as needed. Listen to your physicality. And go ahead and slowly rise up. Move your props over to the side and roll on to your back. From here, grab onto the outer edges of your feet and find your Ananda Balasana happy baby pose. And of course, you can grab a hold of your right big toe with your right peace fingers and extend that right leg out. And you could do the same with the left leg. Or you could just stay here. Flex your feet. And stay soft in the lower back, the lumbar spine. Stay soft in the shoulders. Feel the natural curves of your spine onto the earth. Tap into that deep diaphragmatic breathing all the way from your lower belly. Whenever you're ready, release the feet. And press your feet onto the earth. Your fingers should tap onto your heels just lightly. Take an inhale and press your hips gently up towards the sky with a gentle engagement of the glutes into the supported bridge pose. On your next breath out, slowly lower down the hips onto the earth as lightly as you can. Grab a hold of your bolster, and you are going to slide the bolster or your pillows in the space underneath your spine. And you can always take your blanket as well. And you can rest the blanket underneath your sacrum. Tap your feet together and find this variation of a fish pose. Maybe you notice more space in your hips. Feel this nice release on your chest, in your upper body, and of course in your lower body as well. And we'll linger in this shape. Tune into the slow current of energy that reminds us of who we really are. Preparing yourself for a good night's rest. Go ahead and place your right hand on top of your heart and your left hand on your belly. Just take a moment to feel your breath here. Feel this prana, your life force. And whenever you're ready, slowly bring your feet onto the earth. Knock your knees in towards each other for a moment. And you're going to slowly make your way up. And prepare yourself for our final pose of the day, your Savasana. This is where I love to use the blocks in to elevate my feet. Take the blocks at their highest setting. And if you don't have a pair of blocks, you can always extend your legs out up against a wall. Take the bolster or your pillows of choice and take the blanket on top of the bolster. I love to elevate my legs in this 90-degree shape. Even when I'm recovering or resting, listening to a podcast. It's always good to elevate your feet once a day. When you're ready, gently close your eyes. And this time tune into the wise guide inside. Melt into your Savasana. Give yourself this moment to rest. Give yourself these moments to prepare yourself for a good night's sleep. Know that you can always return to these poses, these asanas, whenever you need them. Just return to a natural rhythm of your breath. And let yourself unwind. Give yourself this much needed and much deserved time of rest. As rest is just as important as anything, and is often the most difficult to achieve. Our modern lives require so much time to be busy and less time reflecting and recovering. Please take your time in your Savasana. As always, it was an honor and a pleasure to share this practice with you. I'm just going to hang out here because I am loving this position of my legs. But I hope that this practice helps you get a good night's sleep tonight. And again, always know you can always return to this practice whenever you need it. Thank you for taking the time for this class. Please drop a comment below if the practice has spoken to you or has helped you in any way, shape, or form. Thank you for your